having a great week. So thank you guys for being here in our webinar today. My name is Alexa, Operations Manager here at the BPM RIA office. Stands for Broward, Palm Beach, Miami Real Estate Investors Association, your only local chapter here in South Florida that's approved in compliance with the National Real Estate Investors Association. We have our amazing Francisco in here today. Thank you for thank you guys for being here and for just enjoying this webinar, because we're going to learn so much. Just wait on learn how to find 8 different types of deals. So let's get those announcements done. All right, we do have a raffle today. Somebody in this webinar will win the 2 free months of Professional Dialer from RIAFax. So generous, so excited. I'm excited for somebody to win this one because I really think you are going to love it. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and look at the chat. You're going to text REIFAX, all one word, no spaces, to our event line 954-800-6961. So if you want to win, go ahead and text our special keyword to our special event line. Don't call this number, it's just for events, raffles, and updates. So I look forward to seeing who the winner is for that. Some upcoming announcements. As you guys know, we've been talking about it. I will send a text out today and tomorrow, just reminding you all about our workshop on Saturday. 6 hours live on Zoom. We're going to get all into social media marketing, revamping, rehabbing, renovating your company to look amazing on social media that you can literally do from anywhere. So let's get into it. Let's do it. Go ahead and check out the link in the chat box to go to our upcoming events. So you can go ahead and register for this paid 6-hour live Zoom training. I'm excited to see who is ready to go on Saturday. 4th event of the week. Oh gosh, you guys are awesome. So following that, we have an insanely awesome mindset webinar. You guys have been asking for it. Here we are delivering. Let's get into the mindset of a champion on Tuesday, February 7th with Bradley Montoya. He is a professional dancer, professional dance instructor, broker, insurance. You guys got to see this guy. And I'm really excited to hear him speak and what his journey and everything was about. So see you guys there. And then of course, tax planning strategies. We are constantly sharpening these tools in our toolbox. Jose Ramirez is coming back for tax planning strategy webinar following week on Valentine's Day. So no one here is without a Valentine. Jose is it. So there you go. Rapid probate to clear titles, another topic that you guys have been asking for. We're excited to have Fred in, our probate attorney that's been doing so many deals with us this past month of January. So really excited for you guys to meet him, get connected with him, learn from him, most importantly. So I'll see you guys at all of these. And of course, keep checking the website. I'm always adding more events there. So of course, my favorite way, as you guys know, is to get the text updates. It's so easy. The registration is linked in there. If you would like the text updates for events, if your texts aren't working for some reason, if you're not getting them, let me know because it is the easiest way to keep up with our events. Text the word BPM REIA, one word, no spaces, to our event line, 954-800-6961. Through that in the chat for you guys. So you can go ahead and do that. And of course, leave out those quotation marks right there. Just BPM REIA, one word, no spaces. Awesome. And then boot camp. So if you've been to the last boot camp or any boot camp, just please throw it in the chat and give a thumbs up, like if you're saying this is like the best training ever. So go ahead, throw it in the chat if you've been to the Quick Start training, and give me a thumbs up if you really loved it, because I think it is awesome. It's going to make your brain hurt by the end of the days, but I think is 100% worth it. Thank you guys so much for throwing that in the chat. I did throw the link for the quick start in the chat. I'll throw it in later, but I just want to throw up a poll so I know who I need to reach out to for the next quick start training. I think you guys know, if you've heard any of the events this week, it's a money back guarantee. We literally sit with you 2 full days live. The whole thing is led by Anish. We're getting into these topics on the screen. We're touching on wholesaling, rehabbing, flipping. Francisco is a huge part of our quick start training. We have 4 incredible speakers on there, 4 key people in our power team that we think it's really important you connect with them so that you can build those relationships and they can help you in your future deals. So thank you guys so much for responding to the poll and for engaging in the chat. I really appreciate it. We do have the member and non-member pricing. So any questions, guys, thank you for responding to the chat so I know I can connect with you. And of course, I will link it in the chat again for you guys. So you can go ahead and sign up for the next one. And you can also view more information about the speakers that we have on there. So as you know, memberships, guys, the members get all the goodies. Of course, you can, be a non-member, but you might as well save the benefits in your membership, pretty much pay for your membership. You get discounts to Home Depot, Office Depot Business, Avis, Budget, Arcana Insurance, which is now Millennial Specialty Insurance. And I know that I definitely owe you guys a membership webinar because we've had a ton of new members that have come in since this year. Everyone's finally getting into the swing of things. We are back to in-person events. We have our quarterly networking meetings. You'll always see Francisco there. He is committed to your success. Like I'm just so grateful for Francisco because everyone should be like him in the way that he's committed to your success. And we do have many corporate vendors who are that involved. And the in-person networking meetings are going to be the best place for you to meet them and connect with them. So excited to see my new members at the next in-person meeting in April. And then of course, you guys get all the discounts when it comes to our workshops. Your guests get discounts. So thank you guys for responding to the poll. I appreciate it. Most of you already have a membership, which makes me feel so good. So let's keep rocking and rolling. So mentoring and coaching here at BPM RIA. A lot of you may know that we do offer one-on-one coaching and mentoring. Again, this is a program that Francisco is involved in every single student that we have here. We do pair you up one-on-one with a mentor. We do put up 100% of the money for our students' deals. We do provide you with all of the software, CRM, everything you need to be successful and do deals, including RIAFax. All of our mentor students, all of our coaches use RIAFax. So I have a brochure with a breakdown of everything we include in the program, as well as pricing information. If you go to the website right now, which I linked in the chat for you all, you can book a discovery call with me so that I can get you more information. We can talk about it, and I may help with scheduling this 1-hour free consultation with a mentor so we can get into all those nitty-gritty questions and see if our program is a good fit for you, if you're a good fit for us, if it's going to be a great partnership. So let's do it. This is my email in the chat as well. This is my direct line. Of course, I won't answer if we're in a webinar or if I'm on the other line. So send me an email, book a discovery call. That's the best way to go about it so that I know we're both available at the same time and we can get those questions answered. So without further ado, I want to thank everyone in this webinar today because you guys are rock stars. You hung out with us. This is the 3rd time this week. I feel super special and grateful to be with you guys. I want to thank Francisco so much, all of our corporate members, and always want to thank the National RIA because we wouldn't be able to do all this cool stuff if it wasn't for them. So thank you, Francisco, and good morning, everybody. Just a couple housekeeping rules. Please put your questions in the Q&A box down below or wherever your Zoom menu is on the screen. So throw those questions in the Q&A. We will be throwing a lot of helpful links and things in the chat section, so that'll run a little quickly. So if you have questions, just get them in the Q&A box so that we don't miss them. And yeah, I'll be here, so.
Okay, I'm gonna start sharing the screen.
Awesome. You guys are in for a treat today. It's always great when Francisco comes because you just learn so much and you're learning about things that are going to make your life easier and better.
Okay. Thank you, Alexa. Thank you for the introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Francisco Mago with RIAFacts.com. I'm honored to be here. I always like to find myself between entrepreneurs. It's a pleasure to me. It's my natural environment. So, with no further ado, we're going to start. I know that the title of the webinars, we're going to find 8 different kind of leads. I don't really like to call it leads, but potential deals. Okay, and the reason that we call it deals is because that's exactly what we're looking for. If you guys are in the real estate investment business, you're looking for deals, and this is what this whole system was dedicated for. Let's find where the deals are. Now, to make a distinction what a deal is, or what a deal is for the system, we actually cross-reference 2 things. We cross-reference equity. Number 1, we have a search by equity feature built within the system. I want to teach you how that works. So for anything or for a property to be a deal, needs to have money, needs to have equity. Okay? But the other part that is as equally as important is the seller or the potential seller motivated to sell that property. Now, motivation is a word that, you know, if you don't put in context, it doesn't mean anything. Motivation for our system is we can actually find situation, problems, challenges that the homeowner has in order to be motivated to sell it. I'm gonna talk about a few motivations right now, but we're gonna extend later. One of the motivations we want to talk about is the financial motivations. The person is, for instance, in pre-foreclosure. Okay, so again, we want to talk about the first kind of deal that we want to talk about is pre-foreclosure. It's one of the most popular ones. And I'm gonna do a quick search here between the system and show you how many pre-foreclosures available are. Okay. I'm right now in Broward County, and I'm going to ask the system to give me all pre-foreclosed properties of all type of properties. Broward County, we can find this thing is a bit slow right now. 6,000, almost 7,000 pre-foreclosures. Okay, are these the information that we're looking for? Okay, they're potentially motivated, but do they have equity? Do they have the right type of properties that we're looking in our business? I always know, and we're going to search for that. We're going to go here. We're going to come back to the search, and we're going to ask, I only want properties that are single family. But again, what we're looking is money. We're looking for equity. So remember, we have almost 7,000 properties that were in pre-foreclosures. That includes condominiums. So what we're looking for here is the one that have at least 30% equity. You can go farther and ask for 40% equity, but it's going to be a small result. So in Broward, we're going to from pre-foreclosed Florida, single family, that the debt to equity ratio is at least 30%. So I'm going to click on search. And the results are going to be 3,188 single family pre-foreclosed with 30% equity or more. Now, this is all these properties are potential deals. This is one of the potential deals that we're looking for. I'm going to go up, and this is Broward County. We're going to check the same information in Miami-Dade. How many pre-foreclosed single family with equity in Miami-Dade? Remember, the results in Broward were 3,188, as you can see on the top part, right top part of the system. Let's find how many are in Broward. We have 5,287 potential deals. So, and this is important to know, that some people that is in the business, sometimes it's like there is no deals out there. Well, I just find for you over 8,000 deals, almost 9,000 deals between two counties. Okay, and one of the things that I want you to actually notice here is, out of this, I'm gonna say it again, about these 5,287, let's see how many of those are doing anything. How many are for sale? Only 244. See that? That's the only ones that are for sale out of almost 5,500 deals, is 244 of them, or potential deals. So there is a lot out there to take. Let's go last to Palm Beach and see how many potential deals we have in Palm Beach. Again, potential deals, pre-foreclosures with a debt to equity of 30%. $3,063. So we have over 11,000 potential deals between Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. Based only, remember, based only in 30% equity. Single families, pre-foreclosures. We haven't touched yet any other type of deal. I already find 11,000 potential deals for you to work with. Okay. Now, when we're talking about sign of motivations, it's important to know that there are things that you can actually put on top of each other within the system. What I meant to say is we can actually add a motivation here of out of the almost 3,200 potential deals that we find in Broward County. I'm going to add another sign of motivation. Another sign of motivation is for us or for investors is non-owner occupied. Let's see what is non-owner occupied, an additional sign of motivation. The property, the homeowner do not live in the premises. That means that this property that is in pre-foreclosure is actually a second home or an investment property. So let's see, out of those almost 3,200 properties, how many of those do not live in the premises? Almost 500 of them. Now, in the same category of non-owner occupied, what would be more motivation for that? I'm gonna open the chat to see if I get some responses. Probably would be interesting to know. Anyone have an additional sign of motivation? Somebody say probate, and yes, it's an additional sign of motivation, Kevin, but I'm referring the same line of non-owner occupied. Okay, I'm gonna say it right now is actually out of state. So you got no contains FL within the system, and what it's going to find right now is out of state pre-foreclosures with 30% equity in Broward County. We have 103 properties that are in pre-foreclosure and have equity, and there are actually out-of-state owners. If we click on any of these properties, you're gonna see the homeowner is not in state. Like for instance, this one here, it lives in Maryland and it's in pre-foreclosure. Okay. Go back. And so we saw one type of deal and two additional sites for motivation, and we find equity on this one. We're going to go for the next type of deal, which is probate. For that, I'm going to clear all my search, and I'm going to go to actually probate. And which kind of probate? We're still going to be working with single family probates. Single family probates, how many are there? $3,024 single family probates. Okay, that is actually Broward County. But again, guys, what are we looking for? Is probate? Yes, there is the motivation, but do they have enough money to make? In order for us to know that, and go to the debt to equity, I'm going to add 30% equity. So I want to know how many of these 3,000 and change properties, 3,024, have equity. Good news for you, probates are usually full of equity. So you're going to find a lot of them have equity. Let's do the search. And you're going to find 2,839 properties that actually have equity. And let's find how many of those are for sale. For sale, yes. $108 for sale. That usually between the deals that we're gonna find, normally only 3% are in the multi-listing. The rest are not for sale. So that's a big opportunity for you guys. I'm gonna take the for sale, yes, and I'm gonna keep it. Probate Broward, 30% equity. We find 3,000 in Broward. Let's go to Miami-Dade. $4,622. Probates with 30% equity. Let's go to Palm Beach. $2,757. So far, gross numbers between probate and pre-foreclosures with 30% equity between Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach, we have found a little more than 20,000 potential deals. This is 3 counties only, guys. And again, we're talking about only single family. We haven't tapped yet anything related to multi-units. Okay. So one of the things that I want you to notice here is, and this is a huge source of deals for many investors, and it's probates with equity, but that the homeowners or the owners of the probates are actually out of state. I'm gonna tap that again with not contains state FL. You can write Florida if you want, but FL will be enough. And you will see in Palm Beach, we have 162. That's a very decent number. Okay. Let's see Miami-Dade. $63. It's a little less. These are out-of-state single-family probates with 30% equity. That's the thing that you can actually play with between the system. Okay, probate was our second one. Now, let's go to the next one. And the next one will be tax delinquent. So let's find the people that owe taxes. This is everyone that owe taxes. Tax amount bigger than 0. It means that everything that is going to be in this list, we're going to go by single family again, is in probate. I'm sorry, they owe taxes. They have tax delinquent. We have 2,591 properties, single family that is tax delinquent. That is Broward County. Now, how many with equity, which is what we're looking for, money equal or greater than 30% will give us how much money is going to be available. 2,502 have at least 30% equity, the ones that are not paying for taxes. Now, within the same context of taxes, we can find additional signs of motivation. Like, for instance, how long they owe the taxes. Okay, because they can owe taxes from several years. And that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna check, I'm gonna find who is owes taxes since 2020. It's gonna be 2 years. Okay. So let's see, out of this, Broward County, how many owe taxes since 2020? $781. It means that they're behind more than 1 year. And we can actually see it here. The tax debt, he owes 2020 and 2021. This is the amount that he owes, 16,557. So this is clearly a sign of motivation. If you are not paying your taxes, there is something, you know, potentially wrong with your finances at the moment. That is the kind of sign of motivation that we talk about. Can we go further? 219. Let's see where we can find. Do the search. $82 properties. One of them is for sale. Let's check that out. These properties for sale. He owes $14,364 in taxes, 3-year taxes. See this word here, investor dream. Squatters are living on the property. It's impossible to show the house this time. We are in process of executing an eviction. So problems, that is what you guys are actually looking for. Solve these kind of problems. See how low this property is listed? 355. Why? Because you have a lot of problems. Market value 429 is still a little bit high, I would say, for an investor. And see how many days on market has, 47. So this is a very good example of what the system can find. The only difference here is you can see it visually because the property is actually for sale. But see how many of those properties are not for sale. Almost all of them. There were only like 80, don't remember exactly, it'll be more than 80. But 80 is the one that are not for sale, so still huge. Okay. So we went for tax delinquent. Next one. The next one is what our fellow investor call tire landlords. What is a tire landlord? What a real estate investor define as a tire landlord? A tire landlord is someone that bought an investment property and is been renting for a while. A while meaning you can choose between the system, but most of the tire landlords are between the category that are older than 4 years. I've been doing that at least 4 years. So let's do that. I'm gonna find first public record, sold date equal or less than 4 years ago. I'm going with 213 to 2019, February 2. So We're looking for homeowners that bought this property before 2019. But usually the tire landlord is referred to not single family properties, but they refer to multi-units, normally less than 10 units. So let's find out how many multi-unit owners own property since February 2, 2019. $10,216. That's a huge number. Now, how many of those guys are out of state, which is a huge one in this? I'm gonna say out of state, not contains FL. $688 out of state. This is a very, very, very good lead. Actually potential deal. And now you really want to add sign of motivations, then you do things like this. You see, okay, tell me how many of those are pre-foreclosure. Out of the 688, only 3 in pre-foreclosure, but that add a really big potential problem for them. Only 3. Let's see how many of them are probate. Out of 688, out of state, 8 are in probate. Huge potential deal. How many of them owe taxes? They owe money in taxes. So if you have an investment property and you're not paying your taxes, something is wrong. That's the kind of thing that we're actually looking for within the system. Now remember, these are only out of state. If we take the out of state count, this is all of them. How many multi-unit properties that were sold before 4 years ago, which is the definition of tire landlord, are not paying taxes? And this is going to be a big number. 255. That's a big number. Every time you cross-reference or add motivation, the number is going to be lower, but the kind of motivation that this person is going to have is actually higher. So we're going to do the same for pre-foreclosures. And we're going to forget about the tax, and we're going to add pre-foreclosures here. And this is the kind of property you're going to find. 72 pre-foreclosed properties that are actually within the definition of the category of a tire landlord. This is the kind of thing that you can find. Okay. The next type of lead that we're going to find within REAFACTS is, I'm going to clear all this. And I'm going to go, in this case, I'm going to use Miami-Dade. And I'm going to use what we call open violations. How many properties in Miami-Dade that are single family have an open violation? 3,679 properties with violations between the county. What are violations? If a property shows any kind of signs, like for instance, there were there was a fire in the property, that's going to be a violation for the property codes within the county. So that's the one of the kind of violations that you're going to be able to find within the system. I'm going to give you an example. If you go between violations and you ask alleged violation, and you put contains the word fire, and then do your search. What are you able to see? These are the properties that contain the word fire between the type of violation they have. If I click on that, you're going to see the property, but you're also going to see the violation. Fire incident that took place at the west side of the property and will require an engineering report assessing structural conditions and proposing required repairs. This is the kind of deal that a system will find. This property, we don't know if the homeowner is going to repair it or sell, but we already know that it's there. The other thing is, although another kind of violation we can find, oh, by the way, I want only violations that have equity. So I go to my public record part and go equal or greater than 30%. Search. 36 out of the 40 have equity. So a good number. Also, one of the violations, as I can see, is in pre-foreclosure. So let's see this violation. Fire damage report requested by tenant. It's in pre-foreclosure. It was listed, it's an expired listing. It was listed December 31st, 2021, a while ago. This is the mortgage information about the property. And the details of the property comes, active comes, the distressed properties that are around the subject, meaning pre-foreclosures or foreclosures that are around the subject. As you can see, it's a bunch of them, 41. And you can see rental comes and B&B comes. But see, every time that we find something to relate this property, it will show up in a tab on top of here. And it will tell you what's going on with that property. The properties have mortgage information, the property have foreclosure information, it will show here. So see how little is the foreclosure here. The known debt is $30,000, is $333,000, and it have fire damage, the property. So this is, it looks like a deal you guys need to work with. So I'm going to take some questions right now, some Q&A. So I'm going to check how the Q&A is doing.
It's popping. You guys are awesome. Great questions.
Okay, the first one, how accurate is this data program? Well, I can talk about this. I can only tell you two things. We update the information from public record every single week. We update foreclosure information daily and active listings information daily. Probates and other source of database are also weekly. So the oldest data you're going to see is 1 week old. Now, knowing that, the best thing you can do is don't believe what I say to you. Just ask your fellow investors. They actually, our clients are very satisfied with what they find in between the data. So far that has been our feedback, but you can do your own research. Thank you, Carl. Lily, it is always at least 30% equity that you are searching, or it can be more than that. I didn't want to be that greedy, Lily, but yes, you can go wild. You can go. I want 100%, which is free and clear. But just to show you, Lily, I'm going to do a search with 50%. The same type of property with violation, but I'm gonna let's clear this for a moment, and let's do a pre-foreclosure single family in Broward that have at least 50% equity. I didn't want to seem greedy. So, and the numbers are of course bigger. Still, 2,294. How about 80% equity? $1,150, still a good number. So there is properties with a lot of equity out there, and see, large properties, 4 3s, 5 3s, 6 4s. This property in Weston with a ton of equity. This is an association, actually. But see all the other signs? Taxes. They owe taxes. The original mortgage was $130,000. And these are actually details of the property. It's not even for sale. It's a $1 million property with 2 years of tax, and the association is actually foreclosing on her. So crazy. That's the kind of thing you find. Okay, let's go to the next question. Help to explain why you're using the ratio 30%. Explain that. They're in pre-foreclosure. The thing is 30% is a nice round number that will give you enough equity to make a deal. Okay, that's where we start in 30%. We can do that higher. Okay, thank you, Mark. There is someone that is asking that if software is like other softwares. I will say you need to do the comparison. That what our clients are telling you that what we have here is above whatever is in the market. So thank you for the question, Lourdes. Ernesto is asking, how does your mailing address data compared to a company like LeadSource of others? Well, our email information is based on a skip trace, and the skip trace that we use is we use actually 2 different skip trace companies. We use an API with them. We pay per record. one of the things that we actually give you between the account that you have, the professional dialer, is we give you 500 escape trace for free. Okay. You usually get more than that because it's an escape trace that we already have done in the last 3 months. We have it on file and we're not going to charge you for that one. But you usually will get more than 500. But that's the skip trace information that we have. But normally, in my experience, in any kind of skip trace that you're going to do, the email information is about 50%. That's 50% accuracy is normally what is considered between normal parameters in a skip trace. Okay. That's Ernesto. Thank you, Ernesto. And Carl is asking how often we update the system. We already answered that. Ernesto is asking, can we download this lead in a CSV Excel file? The answer is yes, Ernesto. Simple as that. And you can create labels automatically from the system, and you're going to send mailing campaigns. But one of the things that you can also do within the system is actually following up to the properties, sending contracts out, send emails, send text messages. We have a full CRM system that will support your real estate investor needs. We didn't talk about it in this webinar, but this is one of the things that the system does. By the way, if any of you want a one-on-one session, I mean, talking about everything you saw here today, but I want, there is something you didn't understand, or that there is something specific that you're looking for and I didn't go through that, you can actually go to our chatting room session or call us to our phone number line, and we will do a one-on-one session with you to show you the systems. You can call any people in our staff, and they will schedule a one-on-one session with you. And by the way, once you are in the system, you can actually get free one-on-one sessions, as many as you want. That's one of the commitments that we actually have with you in order for you to succeed. We need you to learn the system, because we know you learn the system, you're not going anywhere else. So thank you, Ernesto, for the question. I'm gonna continue with Ruth. Can you see which single family homes are in HOA? Unfortunately, no. We cannot. That's the short answer. The only thing is the properties listed is going to show they have an HOA. Okay, but no, there is nothing in public record that indicate HOA yes or no. So that's the short answer, Ruth. Sorry about that. Thank you for your question, Ruth. Carl, are you able to use search filters? Yes, of course, Carl. Not only that, I'm going to show you these guys. The search parameters. Here are the search manager. Actually, the system comes with a lot of pre-searches for you. So you can actually not only search the parameters. Let me refresh a little bit this. But the system actually comes with preset search with some of the searches that I already did here. Okay, so it's important for you to know that. Let me answer another questions while we recover the. Thank you for your. Thank you for your question, Carl. Oh, I already answered that. Is there a CRM incorporated in the system? The answer is yes. Abby, Abby's asking, what is the best way to locate good B&B properties with this software in Data and Broward? We do have an Airbnb solution. It's called B&B Bestor. If you are paying for the full version of the system, it will be included. Abby, it will be included. Let me show you right here. It is the B&B Bestor solution. And this is how it looks like. So yes, we were able to do that. Unfortunately, we're not going to have the time in this webinar to cover that. Okay. So if you want to know specifically about the bed and breakfast, Airbnb, or we can actually give you a one-on-one if you are interested. If you're part of REFACts, just ask for a one-on-one. I want to explain it to you. If you want to see it, you want to buy it. Remember, it's free with REFACts, but you can buy it by standalone by itself if you need to. Thank you, Abby. Kevin, on the back taxes, does that mean that the property is free and clear, no mortgage being escrow? Kevin, no, it doesn't mean that. You can have bad taxes and being in pre-foreclosure. You can have bad taxes and mortgage. You don't necessarily pay your mortgage with your taxes. And that's a question most for a mentor. You need to actually meet with a mentor. The mentoring program for these guys is actually incredibly good. I'm talking about the BPM. So I answer Diana. Exactly how to use the dialer. The dialer system is actually created so you can select, give me pre-foreclosed properties that 30% equity. You pull that into the follow-up system, which is the CRM, and then do the skip trace of all these numbers. And the skip trace that we provide don't only give you the numbers of the owners, it also gives you the numbers of family members living on the property. So when you're going to do the dialer, the dialer asks you, do you want to call only the owners, or you want to call owners and family members? And then the dialer starts to dial every single one of these numbers. Now, while you are in the dialer, one of the things that you can see is not only the information of the property, but the information of the person that you are talking to. So it's important while you're using this tool to have all the available information regarding not only the person, but the property, to see if in that precise moment that you're talking to this person, you can actually check the information that they are referring to. Now we have Liat. Do you have an app? The answer is yes and no. When I mean yes, we have additional apps for the system, meaning we have an app called Deal Generator. It's an app that is called for driving for dollars. Unfortunately, we don't want to have the time to talk about the Deal Generator Driving for Dollar app or the B&B Bestor app, but they're right here. If you want to check or you want to know about Deal Generator or B&B Bestor, I will be happy to show you between a call. The good news is we are developing REFACts in the form of an app. Now, because of the information that we have in REFACts is, it's in a format that is so extensive, it's I think a lot of work in actually getting to put REFACts in a format that you can actually see and understand. So it's taking a little bit, a while in order to do that. I would say we want to release the first version in about 3 months. So thank you for asking. Theodore. Yes, Theodore, we have 101 training available. That was the question. I already answered that. Not only we give you a 101 to actually learn the system, but we give you a 101 to see if the system is going to be good for you. Okay, Diana wants a 101. Thank you, Diana. You know where to go. Let's see, Ray. What is the pricing? I'm glad you asked. Somebody asked about the pricing. Let's go to see that. Reafax.com. So the pricing is, we have two type of pricing right now. We have a product that is called the Professional, and the other one is called the Professional Dialer. These are the two products. The difference between the Professional and the Professional Dialer is the dialing system and the skip trace. That's the difference between these two plans. Now you can select any of these plans. The Professional Dialer is actually $2,990. This $2,990 is $3,000 a year. It had 2 months discount, but because you are coming through the guys with Bria, I would love to. You go and you.
It's BPM now.
Oh, BPM. I'm sorry.
No worries.
BPM Bria. BPM Bria.
It's actually just BPM only.
Oh, BPM.
Yeah.
You're here, sweetie. Thank you. You get a discount. How sweet is your discount? $750 for a year. So it doesn't matter what type of what kind of product you get. If you have the BPM promo code, if you have, you're gonna have, in at least in this one, you have $750 discount. Okay, so you're gonna have a substantial discount if you use your promo code. If you don't use your promo code, I'll be very grateful. I have 2 kids that I got to put to college. I already have 1 out of college, and all you help with this greatly appreciated. But please use the VPN code. It's gonna save you some money. So I answered that. Going to the next question. The answer is, how do you locate a more highly motivated seller by stacking up of the multiple motivations reason? Example, properties with out-of-state owner, pre-foreclosed, back tax, etc. Can you illustrate how to do it? I'm gonna do it real quick, but this is something I don't over search the parameters, because you're gonna find that the kind of leads are gonna be too little. I mean, too much motivation is gonna lead to paralysis on your part. This is our experience for what our actually users tell us. But let's go and do something like that. Let's say I want pre-foreclosure single family properties that have equity. We have done this search before, but let's do it again so we can see the numbers and compare when we add another motivations. 3,188. Now let's ask the system, give me also the probates that are pre-foreclosure and probate. Now pre-foreclosure and probate 153, decent number. You have pre-foreclosed property with equity. 153 is a decent number, but then I only want out of state of those. Out of state. Out of 153, we have only 13. Now, this seems like a right motivation, okay? But 13 is a very small number. So we wouldn't recommend you to rein on this 13 only. And then you have the false perspective that there is no deals out there. You do this thing that you add one motivation to the other one, you're gonna find out, no, there is no deals. Yes, there is a lot of them, but not extremely ugly. I can add to this 13, the one that owes taxes. Greater than 0, they owe taxes. They're not gonna be 13 anymore, probably. No. See, this is what happened. For some reason, they're paying their taxes. So that is not necessarily means that they are not in pre-foreclosure, they're in probate, but somehow they're paying their taxes. Okay? So don't get too crazy doing this kind of thing. Combining, there is a certain level. You see 200, 300 leads, it's probably something you can pursue. You see only 13, you went too far in our perspective. Thank you, Abby. Theodore. The full version of REAFAX is actually the professional dialer. Okay, that your price for all counties is 224, and for one county is 185. We have only one on all. Thank you, Theodore. Diana. Hi, Diana. We actually didn't talk about the dialer per se in this webinar was based only in which kind of deals we're going to be able to find. If you want information precisely to the dialer, the best you can do is actually go to reafax.com and in the chatting room ask about the dialer specifically. If you are not in REAFAX yet, you can ask for a one-on-one for them to show you the system, so you can specifically see how the dialer works. Thank you, Diana. Alireza, can we send offers directly from here? The answer, happily, yes. Alireza, you can send offers, not only to your clients directly, people that you already have in contact to. You can send contracts, you can send emails, you can send attachments, you can send text messages. Not only that, but everything that you send and receive in our follow-up system goes to what we call a log system. It will tell you everything that you did regarding to that property. It will tell you every single step and how was the communication and what did you say in those communications in every single one of them. You can make notes added to the follow-up. You can actually use the follow-up in a very extensive way. I have clients that have 18 people working overseas actually following up on properties. I have others that have like 50 people working overseas. So we actually are job creators in reafax.com. Leah, what's the best way to use the website? Oh, driving for dollars. Leah, thank you for the driving for dollars question. The driving for dollars, we have an app for that. Is that I don't think we're going to have the time to go to check the driving for dollar app, but give us a call. We have videos regarding to the app is called Deal Generator actually, and you can find in Android. Apple, you can use it, but you have to use it as a shortcut. It will work exactly the same thing as an app, but it's not in the Apple store. Apple, it's crazy complicated to publish something in them. So we decided to just have a web and you can do a shortcut and it will work just the same that it works in Android. So thank you, Leah. Does he have a feature for alerts? The short answer is not, Carl. Okay, I know which kind of alerts you're pursuing, but if you want to let us know, one of the things that we do in REAFAX is we add new things all the time. And if your proposal is good enough, I mean, it will solve your problem. We consider the proposal and actually add it. We had add many things that way to the system, including the driving for dollars app and the BNB Investor app were created because you guys say we're going to need a solution for this. So yes, just give us a call and let us know what is that you're pursuing. Okay, which states are we in? We are in Florida, Georgia, Massachusetts, Maryland, New Jersey, Texas, and Arizona. Those are the states that we're covering so far. What's the Home Deal Finder? Home Deal Finder is a subtool. It's basically properties that are for sale that have equity. Okay, you can do it with the same search, but there is people that want to do it in a more simple way. So we created this subtool that does that. I don't recommend it to use it if you're gonna use Sirius, the full system, but that's what the whole Home Deal Finder does. When are you going nationwide with REAFAX? This is great and very informative software. Thank you very much, Abby. We're in the process, Abby. We're talking with several angel investors that are interested to put this nationwide. Nationwide is expensive. We have been doing it organically, meaning with our own resources and our own team only, and we actually collect and do our own data. So we don't use national systems for data. And it's been a wild ride. I think we can probably go nationwide the next 12 months. That's what we're aiming to. Thank you very much, Abby. William, I know you have weekly webinars when you're signed up with REAFAX. Is there some tutorial that can be downloaded? Not downloaded, William, but we have actually help here. Everything that I talked today and a lot more is in here. In this, these are videos, and you can search a keyword like contracts, and the system will bring how to send multiple contracts for your follow-up system. You click on that, and it's actually going to bring a video regarding to that. Okay. So the people when discover the videos, they don't call so much. We miss you guys, even though the videos helps a lot. So there you go. Thank you, William. Can you filter by zip code? Ruth, thank you for your question. The short answer is you can filter by all these things that are here, including SICO, subdivision, subdivision number, folio. I want to do this search here, but I want to do it by map. So I select the map and do it by in this precise area. Click search, and it's going to do it only for that area. So the short answer, the searching capabilities are really, really, really high. Okay. So for that matter, not a problem. You can, once you learn the system, you can use all these filters. The pre-foreclosures only Florida. What about Georgia? Yes, we have pre-foreclosures in Georgia too. You check on that with our team. Thank you, Mark. How accurate the REAFAC comes compared to MLS? Well, one of the things that you see in the MLS that the realtors use is, let me do a quick search here so you understand. For sale single family, I'm going to clear this. I'm going to find only for sale properties, single family that have a potential equity, which is different here, than 30% or more. And I don't want properties that are too expensive. I want a small one. I think this one will do because we have a lot of comps. Okay, this is the kind of comps that we provide. We provide regular comparables. Our set for comps is more or less 10% of the square footage, half a mile, 12 months. That's our set for comparable default. I want to find something more that have more comps so I can do a better example. Okay, let's check this property. Okay, as you can see, all these properties are between half a mile of the subject property. One of the things you're going to see here, and this is one of the difference that the comps that you see in the MLS, the one that you see in the MLS do not include properties that are outside or sold outside the MLS. If you have other tools that the MLS provide, they do have that, okay? But in our case, we include not only the one in the MLS, but the one that were outside the MLS for sale. The other thing that you have here, you have special filters. Like for instance, you can check here and says, okay, I don't want the properties to be only the last 6 months. That's what we're looking for. Filter, and these are how the last 6 months sold looks like. If we click on that and we click on the calculate button, it says, okay, the last 6 months tells me that the market value is 448 instead of 414. Okay. You cannot certainly do that in every single one because sometimes you're going to find 0 in the searches and you're not going to be able to do comparables. That's the reason we go up to a year. You can always change this and have your own assessment. But the tendency that we create is for market value is more or less 10% of the square footage, half a mile, 12 months. That's how an appraisal would do it. And let's go back. And actually, I'm gonna reset the search. I'm gonna filter, I'm sorry, I'm gonna filter the first 6 months, but I want only the one in the same subdivision. That's one of the other things that you can do here. One properties in the same subdivision. None, unfortunately. Let's do it the same subdivision, but 12 months. Just one property. Let's do the calculation with one property. 434 is between the 444 and the 415 that we were watching before. So yes, that's the kind of things that you can do with the comparables between the system. Thank you, Abby. Diana, I would still need the license to complete the deal. Diana, that's a question more for a mentor that you talk to. Either Nish, Alexa can guide you over that. No, in my perspective, you don't need a license, realtor license to actually do real estate. You only need your driver's license. Normally I don't touch questions related to real estate, but to REAFAX. But yes, I do know many of our clients that don't actually own a real estate license. They only own a driver license. I don't know what you're referring. This is a question. Does this include zombie properties? If you can elaborate what zombie properties is, I'll be happy to answer you. Unfortunately, that terminology I'm not familiar with. Okay, but again, if you provide us with enough information, we can actually try to do that search for you. But we can probably bring them from the on that. Oh, okay. Left behind properties, that mean abandoned properties. Yes. Yes, the short answer is yes. So thank you, Diana. Alexa, I think we are ready.
Yes.
Thank you everyone for coming. It was really nice being here today. I hope you answer. I answered all your questions. I was very happy to being here. If anything that you need from us, remember we're here to actually help you succeed in your business. And we are one-on-one with you, not only in your real estate career, but we trying to help you how to understand how this very powerful system can help you to succeed in your real estate business. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. And yes, we did record our session today. It will be posted on our YouTube channel, which I am linking in the chat for you all. You can find REAFAX on our website under the Vendor Partners tab. I will throw it in the chat again. Our discount code for 20% off is listed in there. It's super easy. It's just BPM at checkout, and then you'll see the price drop. So I do want to announce our raffle winner. Raffle winner is Joseph P. Congratulations, Joseph. Hope you're still in here, but you won the raffle. So I will be in touch with you on.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. So thank you guys again for spending the day with us. Thank you, Francisco. That was so good. So yes, just go ahead, go straight to the website, reifax.com. You'll find a ton of resources there. Their contact information, the chat box, which is super helpful. Just be sure to use the discount code so you can, or not, actually don't use support. I'm just kidding, guys. So go to our website. If you forget, you'll find it there, but super easy, reifax.com. And thank you guys. We will see you on Saturday for our virtual workshop. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everybody.